Welcome back to another video. Today we're in the Ultra League Fantasy Cup featuring the Origin Giratina with the Tapu Fini and the Excadrill in the bag here. Here we have a mirror matchup. This mirror matchup is going to be tricky because both of us are trying to bait and we're both going to try to get a shield from each other, which is exactly what happens here. Here we just try to go for the Ominous Wind, and they are also going for the Ominous Wind immediately. We don't shield the Ominous Wind because we can survive it, and they actually end up shielding. We immediately switch out. We have our Excadrill with some energy, which is good because we can actually beat this Tapu Fini with one shield. So we're going to be able to get to this drill run here. And if we wanted to, we could have shielded and then farmed it down, but we decided to let it go. We think the energy on either Tapu Fini or Giratina is more valuable, so we just take the energy advantage on the Tapu Fini. We actually see the Giratina again. They throw the Shadow Ball, and now we're just going to be throwing an optimal timing here. They actually end up having the Empoleon in the back. This Empoleon is kind of interesting as we haven't seen it recently, but it used to be a pretty big staple in the Ultra League. Here, we decided to catch a move right there. That was huge. So that means the Tapu Fini can survive a couple more waterfalls here, which allows us to get to this surf. And now it's just a race to this Moonblast, and we are able to clutch that Moonblast right there. GG's to our opponent, and somehow, some way, we were able to wiggle out of that situation with a little bit of energy advantage. The Tapu Fini getting to that Moonblast at the end right there was so clutch. The only way we win right there is to optimize all the possible energy. Next, we are faced with the Alolan Sandslash. Obviously, terrible matchup. We're trying our best to try to catch a move here. They end up throwing the Ice Punch. So then we go for a little Shadow Ball here, potentially get a shield. They actually still stay in. And we try to catch a move. Let's see if we do catch the Ice Punch. Indeed, we do. So that's really good. And they decided to stay in to throw a draw run. Yeah, makes sense. And now we're just going to throw a move. Oh. They actually CMP. They actually just throw an Ice Punch. We are able to survive that Ice Punch, so we don't have to shield. Now we're faced with a Dragonite. This Dragonite did get some energy here, so we're gonna throw in a shield by throwing the Ominous Wind. Okay, perfect. And then now we're gonna switch out. They actually switch out into the Tapu Fini. So like we said earlier, one shield with Tapu Fini potentially can take out if we did some little fast move damage, and we actually are able to take it out. So that was huge. Not only do we take out the Tapu Fini, but now we are able to get to this Rock Slide because not only do we have a shield for this Dragonite, but we are also able to get this Rock Slide. So GG's to our opponent right there. Wiggled our way out of that situation barely, but that's what it takes sometimes. Overall, I would say this team is on the fragile side because the Excadrill does need some shields, but if you can get some energy advantage like we are right now, it could do some crazy stuff. So here we did get that energy advantage, so we're going to throw in a drill run. We actually get a shield from our opponent. Our opponent ends up throwing a move, so because of that we know that we can get to another move, and then we're going to use this drill run here to whittle it down. Because it's low enough now, we can come in with our Tapu Fini, and we don't have to worry about any moves. If they throw a move, we know it's probably only the Breaking Swipe, which is resistant. And now the Tapu Fini has energy. And what a catch by my opponent. Catching the Moonblast on the Berserker, huge for them. Here, we're going to try to leave with a Surf. They reveal that they have the Iron Hand version. Are they running the Iron Hand in close combat? Nope. They're running the Iron Hand and Foul Play. So because of that, we decided to let it go. We were able to survive it. We go for the Shadow Ball. And then now it's just going to be a race to see who can get to either double moves from the Giratina or who's going to get to this Moonblast first. Luckily, we have that shield, like I said. And boom, down goes that Giratina. So having shields in the back for our back line here is quite important, as it does require a shield, but if it does, it can do some crazy stuff. Next, we're going to see the same situation. These Sand Slashes are a problem, but there is a way to wiggle out of them. So right there, we catch the move perfectly, and that is one way to kind of wiggle out of our situation there. So we know that this is going to be a Shadow Ball. It doesn't quite take us out, but we are able to get to this Moonblast with our Tapu Fini. So we get a shield, but they get all this farm, which is not great. But we can, let's see if we can get some shields out of the situation. They actually end up going for the Ominous Wind bait, which is great for them. And then we're going to apply the pressure. We're going to go for this Shadow Ball. We take it out. They actually come back in with their Alone Sand Slash. This is only the Ice Punch. We can survive this. Here, we're going to throw the Shadow Ball because we want huge damage or a shield. They actually opt for the shield. And now, with the shield, we know that we can win this as long as we don't get our move caught. And here we go again. Now, once we see this Tapu Fini, our job is to try to either get to back-to-back or try to CMP tie. 2 Drill Rust doesn't quite take it out. A little bit unfortunate right there. So close to being able to win this game, but unfortunately, we are not able to survive that last little bit. GG's to our opponent right there. On to the next game. Stuff. So, like, it does really require some good timing on the Excadrill, but against the Tapu Finis, we're very close to being able to beat it or just have a shield for the Excadrill. So here is the classic Giratina mirror. We're going to be throwing Ominous Wind as well, and both of us are shielding. And here, because we know that we are losing CMP, we're just going to throw this Ominous Wind again. They know that we probably don't have... Oh, we do try to catch a move here. Perfect. It was the Ominous Wind. But I was going to say, they were probably going to farm us down, but I guess they didn't. So, lucky for us, we were able to get some energy advantage with the Tapu Fini. Their Tapu Fini is going to be throwing probably the Moonblast, taking us out. Makes sense. And now we have a decision to make. Do we go with the Giratina or do we go with the Excadrill? So we decided to go with the Giratina. This Giratina is going to have to throw Ominous Wind. This Ominous Wind does take out. And then they have energy on their own Giratina. So we force out some of that energy. And now we're just going to over-farm. We're going to shield this. Ends up being the Shadow Ball. We're going to farm even more energy. And we're just hoping energy on this Tapu Fini will be able to take out whatever's in the back. Oh, and ends up being the Wheezing. So lucky for us, this Excadrill is able to get to 2 moves. And we are able to go back-to-back right there to take out their backline. So GG's to our opponent right there. Nice little win right there. And let us know if you enjoyed this video.